Welcome back to Turbo Talks. Volkswagen Beetle, the little car that made the world smile. One glance at those round fenders and domed roof, and you don't just recognize it, you feel it. First cars, cross-country trips, a soundtrack of chuffing, air-cooled courage. If a machine can be friendly, the Beetle is the proof. Born from a simple idea in late 1930s Germany and reborn after World War II under British supervision, the Beetle set out to be exactly what its nickname promised: a people's car. By the 1950s and 60s, it had become a global phenomenon, swarming cities and beach towns alike. It wasn't sold with promises of power. It was sold with the promise that it would start, go, and keep going for years, with parts you could afford and fix in your driveway. Under that unmistakable shell sat a masterpiece of plain genius: a rear-mounted, air-cooled flat 4. Torsion bar suspension and simple electrics. No radiator to leak. No fragile luxury to fail. Engine in the back, trunk in the front, and 4 adults somehow fitting in the middle. On paper it was modest. On real roads it was unstoppable. Mountain passes, desert heat, snowbelt winters, dirt tracks. The Beetle didn't complain. It just went. The shape did as much heavy lifting as the engineering. Smooth, generous curves, friendly eyes for headlights. A roofline that felt like a shelter in a storm. It never tried to look angry or fast. It looked trustworthy. And that trust turned into loyalty. In 1972, the Beetle overtook the Ford Model T's production record. By the end of Type 1 production in 2003, Volkswagen had built more than 21 million of them. The last classic, Ultima Edición, in soft blue and white, rolled out of Puebla, Mexico. A goodbye with a wink. Culture sealed the legend. Herbie, the love bug, made the Beetle a movie star. Baja bugs bounced through deserts with cut fenders and big tires. Surfers strapped boards to roof racks. Students crossed continents on pocket money. Entire clubs formed around wrenching, swapping parts, and turning breakdowns into friendships. Ask a Beetle owner for stats and you won't get horsepower. You'll get stories. Then came the comebacks. The 1998 new Beetle, built on a golf platform, brought nostalgia to a new generation with a flower vase on the dash, colors like candy, and an interior that felt like a hug. In 2012, the third-gen Beetle arrived lower, wider, and a little tougher, with turbo power, sport packages, Fender audio, and special GSR and June editions. In 2019, the curtain fell again in Puebla with a final edition, bowing out not because the love was gone, but because the market had shifted. So, why does the Beetle still matter? Because it delivers character without pretense. It proves a car can be charming, useful, and affordable all at once. It reminds us that simple done right can outlast complicated done loudly. And in a world where design often shouts, the Beetle smiles, and the world smiles back. What about tomorrow? If Volkswagen ever brings the Beetle back, electricity feels like the right heartbeat. Imagine rear-drive torque that makes city trips effortless, 250 plus miles of range, and fast charging that turns coffee into 80%. Keep the friendly curve, the honest fenders, the simple tactile controls. With real knobs, please. Paint it playful, price it sensibly. Make it easy to own and hard to resist. That's the Beetle way. Until then, the legacy endures. In classics that still daily, in resto-modes that blend old shells with new tech, and in the millions of memories it left behind. The Volkswagen Beetle isn't just a car you remember. It's a car you remember fondly. And that might be the rarest performance of all. Your turn. Which Beetle era wins your heart? The air-cooled classic, the bubbly 98, or the tougher third gen? And if an electric Beetle arrived tomorrow, would you put your name on the list?